You were born into a rental. Look around. Not at the screen. Not at me. Look around. Everything you touch belongs to somebody else. The house, the bank, the apartment, the landlord, the software, subscription, the movies, subscription, the music, subscription, the truck, financed, the degree, debt, the future, already collateralized. You were born into a civilization that sold everything before you got here. And then they told you freedom was choosing between brands. They taught you to dream in advertisements. Not dreams, advertisements. That's different. A dream comes from you. An advertisement comes from somebody else. A dream says, I want this. An advertisement says, you should want this. Most people never learn the difference. So they spend their lives chasing desires that were installed in them by strangers. Like software. Like programming. Like livestock following a painted line on the ground. You know what's funny? The people calling you entitled inherited the most prosperous economy in human history. Then they dismantled it, one piece at a time. Factory jobs, gone. Affordable housing, gone. Affordable education, gone. Pensions, gone. Third places, gone. Communities, gone. Then they stand on top of the wreckage and ask why morale is so low. Imagine burning down a bridge, then criticizing people for not crossing the river. That's modern commentary. That's the entire discussion. Work harder, work smarter, network, optimize, scale, monetize, leverage, personal brand, passive income, content strategy, growth mindset. Listen carefully. Every year the vocabulary changes. The message stays the same. Adapt to the machine. Never ask why the machine exists. Never ask who built it. Never ask who profits from it. Just adapt, 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 adapt. Until adaptation becomes surrender. The modern economy has a strange feature. The harder people work, the less ownership they seem to acquire. Think about that. Your grandparents worked 30 years and got a house, a pension, a retirement, maybe a cabin somewhere, maybe a boat, maybe a little land. Today, people work 30 years and get access. Not ownership, access. Access to housing, access to entertainment, access to transportation, access to software, access to healthcare. Everything is temporary. Everything can be revoked. Everything comes with a monthly payment. You don't own your life. You lease it. And the strangest part? People think this is normal. They think this is progress. They think history naturally moves toward permanent dependency. History doesn't move. People move it. Institutions move it. Power moves it. You can tell a society is becoming unhealthy when ownership concentrates upward and risk concentrates downward. The profits go up, the responsibility goes down. The executives win, the shareholders win, the institutions win, the workers absorb the shock every time. Economic downturn, workers. Inflation, workers. Layoffs, workers. Housing crisis, workers. Funny system. Heads they win, tails you lose. And then they wonder why young people sound so angry. Angry? No. Anger is temporary. This is recognition. Recognition is much more dangerous because angry people can be distracted. People who recognize the game become difficult to control. The greatest threat to any system isn't rebellion, it's disbelief. The moment people stop believing the story starts dying. The moment people stop believing endless consumption creates happiness. The moment people stop believing debt creates prosperity. The moment people stop believing corporations are families. The moment people stop believing housing should function like a casino chip. The moment people stop believing all this is inevitable. That's when things start changing. The establishment fears cynicism. But cynicism isn't the real threat. Awareness is. Awareness spreads. Awareness replicates. Awareness survives. Because once somebody sees the structure, they can't unsee it. They start noticing things. They start noticing who benefits. They start noticing who pays. They start noticing how every solution somehow creates more dependency, more subscriptions, more fees, more middlemen, more gates. You know what they never expected? They never expected people to walk away. Not physically, psychologically. They never expected people to stop worshiping status, stop worshiping careers, stop worshiping consumption, stop worshiping institutions that no longer deserve loyalty. Because once that happens, the entire machine starts shaking. Not because people destroyed it, Because people stopped feeding it. Maybe that's where the future begins. Not with revolution, not with violence, not with chaos. Not at first. With refusal. Refusal to measure human worth by productivity. Refusal to mistake debt for success. Refusal to mistake consumption for identity. Refusal to mistake obedience for virtue. Refusal to spend an entire life chasing approval from institutions that wouldn't remember your name 2 weeks after you're gone. They told you to become a customer, a subscriber, a consumer, a data point, a demographic, a target market, anything except what you actually are: a human being, a citizen, a builder, an owner, a participant in history. The question isn't whether the system is broken. The question is whether enough people have noticed. Because every era begins the same way. First, people feel something is wrong, then they see it, then they say it. Then suddenly everyone realizes they were never alone. And that's the moment institutions fear most. Not rage, not protest, not criticism. Recognition. Because recognition is where every real change starts. And once it arrives, it's very difficult to send it back to where it came from.